Hi TV fans, welcome back to Tori Talks TV. Today I will be reviewing and discussing the Hulu limited series called Candy. Is anybody else watching this besides me and then my two viewers that recommended it to me, Sean and Naylin? If you haven't seen it already, go immediately to Hulu and watch it right now. It's only 5 episodes, thank goodness, because every show wants to stretch it out to 8 or 10 when it's not necessary, and this was perfectly played out in those 5 episodes. It didn't need any more or any less. It was exactly the right amount. So let's do a little brief synopsis, as I tend to do. So Texas in 1980, right? It's based on the true story of killer Candy Montgomery and her victim, Betty Gore. Candy, who seemingly had it all, a loving husband with a good job, a daughter and a son, and a nice house in the suburbs. So why did she kill her friend from church with an axe? Why indeed? That's actually the magic question. Why did she do it? Okay, so this was the true story. This is the real names of these people. It happened in 1980, and I had never heard of it. I mean, I wasn't born until 1984, but it was just never talked about. I think it was just so gruesome that people wanted to forget it. And they made another movie, I guess, that was called A Killing in a Small Town, something like that, with Barbara Hershey, who won an Emmy for it. So that I have to go and watch that immediately. But I just have to say about this version, Candy, it's some really great storytelling. Things start to get really similar to something else, or they're really trying to push boundaries or push the envelope, gratuitous sex, gratuitous violence. I didn't get any of that. It's really neat the way that they start it the same way with the same lines that Jessica Biel delivers, and then it ends with the exact same lines. Very good bookends. It starts with episode 1, which is called Friday the 13th, and then the last episode was this past Friday the 13th on May 13th. So I don't know why those little details really make my TV heart happy. So speaking of TV hearts, there's a lot of people here that you're going to know from our TV family. Well, first of all, Jessica Biel, when she was younger, was in Seventh Heaven, which I didn't see, but I'm sure it was really good. Then we have Melanie Lynskey, who plays her victim, and she was hilarious in 2.5 Men. I'm not sure if any of you saw that, but she was this like really psychotic neighbor. Interesting. And then Liev Schreiber played what we affectionately call Pornstache in Orange is the New Black. And then Timothy Simons was in Veep, and he was so funny. So that's like our 4 main characters right there. So you're going to recognize people right away if you've seen those shows. Hopefully you have. Also, I have to mention that Jessica Biel plays executive producer, one of the executive producers for this show. So of course, she gives me the little treat of having her real life husband in it. You know, Justin Timberlake. No big deal. I don't know why. I think he's supposed to be like this serious cop, but for some reason they gave him a belly, and I don't know if maybe that was like what the real sheriff looked like, but he just makes me laugh the whole time. I don't think that's appropriate, but because he is taking pictures of pretty gruesome crime scene, but his little looks and everything, all I can think about is not even in sync, but just he's so funny. I've seen him on Saturday Night Live, and he's comedic to me, but sorry if that's not how it's intended to be. Not only was the spouse of Jessica Biel one of the stars in it, but also Melanie Lynskey, who plays the victim Betty Gore, her husband was in it. Jason Ritter, the son of the late John Ritter, who was in Three's Company. Jason Ritter was also in, I believe, Joan of Arcadia. I mean, just all these little TV webs that they're weaving here. So, and he's just darling, and he's really good in it, and they kind of have some comedic parts in it too. So I think it was meant to be funny now that I think of it. But just the cast alone, right? Doesn't that just grab you? I will say acting is great. I'm not like blown away by anything except Melanie Lynskey, and I always am. I think she steals just about every movie or show that she's in. She's wonderful. What I really liked about the character of Candy is Jessica Biel played her, and I'm not sure who the screenwriter was, but played her as ominous. I don't know if, because she acts as this lady. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but that's like, it made headline news. You could just Google it. And what does she hit her, like 44 times? So she's claiming self-defense, right? But why did you have to hit her that many times? She says she snapped she had some kind of traumatic event in her childhood that she was triggered by when she was shushed or something. But are we, and first of all, she was acquitted. No jail time. She was just not guilty, just set free, right? So it really confuses me because, yeah, I get it. She maybe it was self-defense. I have no idea. That's not in my wheelhouse, okay? But she left a baby, a very little baby there, all alone for 13 hours. Like, I get it. She kind of hid from it. She was like, she came to, she said, what am I doing? But then after you realize, oh my gosh, I just murdered this woman in self-defense, whatever. But what about that baby? They found the baby. It was just completely soiled. It cried so much it lost its voice. Like, she sounds a little heartless. Not to mention that she had an affair without remorse. Multiple affairs, by the way, which I don't even judge good or bad. I don't judge affairs. I have no idea what's going on. But she seemed a little ruthless in what she did. So I am so surprised that she just completely got away with it. We will never know if Betty provoked her, if it really was self-defense. You could tell the way Melanie Lynskey played Betty that something was going on with her, maybe some postpartum depression. I mean, she really could have snapped. We will never know. But it was so much fun watching this. I was helping my mom with something at her house, and I was like, Mom, I gotta go. I have to finish this series. It was so good, and I watched it at the perfect time when all the episodes were already out. I think I watched it on the day before Friday the 13th when the last episode premiered. So it was perfect. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, you're so lucky. Go watch it right now. In fact, I think I'm going to watch it again. It was that good. Honestly, I'm surprised with how much I liked it because it's just another, not even murder mystery. You know exactly who did it and when they did it. But it was just kind of a fun presentation, the way that they brought it to life. So please do yourself a favor and watch this. If I go back to my old method of doing the out of 5 stars, I'm giving it 5 stars. I'm not saying people should win acting awards or anything like that. Maybe the screenwriter, maybe the writing in general. I'm not sure, but it's just a little treat, a little nugget for you just in between shows. But please let me know if you have seen it, what you thought of it. Comment below. And then if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then comment below. And if you could, please like and subscribe, as always. Thank you so much for watching. And please keep the recommendations coming. This one was one of my favorites. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.